Order filled.
Okay, so we got stopped out of that one for 25 points, and we're going to be waiting for the second day of macro to see what price has to offer in that second day of macro. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Apologies for ending this stream. I didn't believe we was actually going to get another setup inside of this macro as we did, but this was a clean setup and I couldn't resist not taking it. Extremely algorithmic. From the last point of entry, we've not seen one green candle. So as of now, it's looking extremely algorithmic. We should see price continue off every bearish confluence towards the lows, which is this bearish gap would be a bearish confluence for price to continue all the way to equal London lows. And you can see that price is now swept minor sell side and tapped into that hourly bullish gap. So it is a possibility that we do see price come back to break even. But for this trade to be algorithmic, it should reprice all the way towards London lows, which is at 695. Which is around 116 handles. As of now, we've secured second TP, which was at the hourly bullish gap for 43 handles. So we are up on the day. And also just leave your stops at break even at this point as well. Yeah, welcome back to the stream, everyone. For people who are new, I do apologize for ending the stream. I didn't believe we was going to get another clean setup inside of this macro as we did. But we've seen this sharp displacement lower for price on both NQ and ES, and we did tap that short-term high, and we inversed this bullish gap as well, which was super clean, which I did like. So I couldn't resist not taking this, and we risked 25 handles with half position size on this trade. And I actually ran my first contract at second TP, and then the final contract is ran at equal London lows. So now we're just seeing whether we get final TP or not, because we got our stops resting at break even. We either get taken out at break even or we continues all the way towards equal London lows, which is around 115 handles. Let me just check the chat. But yeah, we're up on the day, so. And this trade's looking algorithmic as of now. It's just tapped the upper 1 minute bearish gap and algorithmically respected it. So we should see price continue towards this short-term low and then accelerate towards these equal London lows. Obviously, otherwise it would just take us out at break even. Someone said, I take back my comment about this macro consistently failing us. Well, I mean, you should see this macro in other months, which we secure 130, 170 handles in just one of the AM macros consistently. We do this, say, 2-3 times a week. When price is in our favor, we've had weeks when we've had 3 final TP trades in a week, which is like 400 handle weeks, which is insane. And the AM macro tends to be my most favorite because it offers the highest amount of volatility, and I find the price action's a lot cleaner usually in the AM macro, but recently the AM macro hasn't been too clean, but it's definitely starting to look a lot cleaner. Over this week, the price action I think has been 100% a lot cleaner and easier to read over the past couple weeks. Prior to the election, it was a bit all over the place. It was difficult to read, but now it's a lot easier. Should start to see an acceleration towards equal London lows because we've accumulated around this area here. It's either going to take us out or accelerate towards London lows. So I moved the stops to 810.25 because it's still above that bearish gap, and it gives enough space above that previous short-term high. There's no point trading stops that previous short-term high because it could take the short-term high, tap the bearish gap and go towards final. So that's why we have our stops resting at 810. But you can see on the hourly that price has retraced and filled that 1 hour bullish gap and tapped the inverse of this bearish gap as well. So we could see price continue towards our stops at 8:10 at this point. Someone said, been out this stream all this time. Now we had to restart the stream because obviously I ended the stream thinking that this first day of macro was over, and then I seen a clean setup and we took it, and I started the stream again after the second TP was hit. I thought I'd just explain and break down the reason on why I took this trade. So once we get taken out of this trade, either for final TP or it takes our stops at 8:10, then I'll simply break down this trade and explain the methodology on why I took this. Yeah, that's true. I probably should have kept the stream up until the end of the macro, but I did believe for a second that it wouldn't be possible to see another setup inside of this macro like we did. But next time I'll keep the stream running until the end of the macro. Once we break this short-term low at 749, we're going to trail our stops to this short-term high at 794. $794.25. Okay, so move stops that level at 794.25. Because we took that short-term low now, and price should continue towards final TP and not draw back to 794, so that's a valid stop placement. At this point you should be around 70% closed out of the trade, running around 30% left of the original position. So you close 50, 20 and the remaining amount obviously at final TP.
Order filled.
I accidentally closed out early. My finger twitched on the mouse, but I believe we're about to get taken out with our stops trailing at 794.25. I didn't mean to close out, I accidentally clicked the mouse. I'm still in on my top step account and one of the apexes, which I'm showing you guys now, but I shouldn't have closed out. Honestly, didn't mean to close out on the apex accounts just then. But I'm still running it on top step and then just one of the apex accounts, but I accidentally closed out on the other 9 apex accounts accidentally. I think everyone can hear me right in this stream. Let me just double check that the mic's on. Alright, perfect. But yeah, so as of now we secured 43 handles on this trade so far. Since our entry, our second TP was at a tap on this 1 hour bullish gap, and then final TP is resting at London lows, and we haven't yet got taken out of the trade. I accidentally closed out on 9 of the apex accounts, but I still got one of them and top step running in the background as well. But I accidentally closed out on 9 of the apex accounts. I accidentally clicked cancel on trade evade. But let's see whether price runs towards final TP. And as you guys already know, that the trade will always be over by 11 AM. If it's not over by 11 AM, then we close out where we are, but it's always over and always hits final TP or takes your trading stops by 11 AM. It's extremely rare that it comes to 11 AM and it hasn't already met the final objective. So ES has just taken that minus sell side liquidity. Someone said, I know you're not trading any more 2-day second AM. Is that what you mean? I know you're not trading the second AM, but can we do a PM session forward test? Yeah, 100%. We'll do it after this stream. So we'll do some back testing after this stream as well. If we didn't catch this trade, do you think there will be a valid setup in the second day of macro? Well, we're not going to be trading the second day of macro and nor the PM session. That'll be us actually done for the week at this point. We won't be taking any more trades. But if you are trading the second day of macro, then I guess you're going to have to monitor it yourself because we're not going to be trading. But after this stream, we'll do a little almost explanation on the reason and methodology on why I took this trade, and we'll also do some back testing as well. I'll go back as far as I can on TradingView and we'll back test a few of the macros for you guys so I can explain the approach and what we look for as we approach price in the AM session. Yeah, I've already screen recorded this whole trade, so I'll post it on the YouTube channel for you guys to rewatch this as well. So everything we've talked about inside of this live stream, I've screen recorded everything that we have done today. So I'll post that on the YouTube channel for you guys. I'll get that edited up and get that posted out. We'll also do a back testing session after this for you guys as well. And I'll clip out the back testing session so no one else can basically get it for free. It'll just be for you guys, and I'll upload the trade that we took just now and the trade we took prior on the YouTube channel, so both the loss and the W on the YouTube channel after this stream. But as of now, just leave your stops trailing at 794. And it's just tapped into that upper bearish gap. We don't want to see this get inversed, otherwise price will actually draw to take our trading stops. And if it takes them, it takes them. We've already made money on the day. If anyone's got any questions as well, just drop them inside of the live chat and I'll quickly answer a few questions as we're waiting for a result on this trade that we've taken. Someone said, was the entry we missed on the recording? I'm not really too sure on the question you just asked. I don't think anyone should have missed this trade. I did say that I was monitoring price, and then I sent, as soon as I entered short, I sent it straight into the group of this second trade that we took, and everyone would have caught a clean entry on this one, because I sent the message into the group at, where did I send it in? Yeah, I sent it in at 10:06, which was literally dead on when we was inside here, and then it gave you a minute after, another minute after, to get an entry off that bearish gap. And then we ran a 25 handle stop, and then after first TP it was break even. Second TP we trailed. Our stops after that minor sell side was taken. No, we didn't trail our stops. We trailed our stops once this short-term low was taken. So once this short-term low was taken, we trailed our stops to this short-term high, and we left them there ever since. Have you ever seen anyone get kicked from Top Step for making too much money? I've seen it happen with Apex. I've seen it happen with Apex as well. A few of my good friends have been removed and banned from Apex and unable to get any more evaluation accounts with them. Regarding Top Step, I've not actually heard of anyone getting banned from Top Step. They usually just remove you from the basically funded accounts section and then move you over to a live account. But you can turn it down. You can basically tell them that you don't want to trade the live account, and you can just continue with the prop accounts with Top Step. I've not heard anyone actually have any issues with Top Step. I can highly recommend using Top Step. Same with FTMO as well. No issues with payouts, fast payouts, straight to the bank. And Apex recently, they've been perfect. I mean, they paid me out within, it took around 5 days to hit the bank, and that was it, done. So no issues with Apex recently. All is good with Apex. Milo, did you take this trade before macro? I don't understand. Well, I mean, this trade was clearly taken inside of macro. We don't trade prior to the macro or after the macro. This trade was taken at 10:06 AM, which is inside of the first day of macro. 9:45, 10:15. It's inside of the macro, and it's a clean setup indeed. That's the reason why we took it. We have a clean draw on liquidity for equal under lows. The price has been around this area for quite a while now, so wouldn't be surprised if we just see a dramatic acceleration towards our stop resting at 794, or dramatic acceleration towards London lows, but something fast will happen in the next 2 to 3 minutes. So, what did you take in college before you left? I actually got kicked out of secondary school, and I also got kicked out of sixth form as well. So I didn't have a good time in school. I always knew it wasn't for me. But I was studying A-level maths, IT, and business. And basically on the business exam, I was always studying other things because I was running other businesses at the time. They wasn't making much money, but I was more focused on creating a business, and I was also learning trading at the same time whilst in sixth form. Obviously, I wasn't learning ICT at that point in time, but I was learning other concepts, just the basics about trading at that point. And I was mostly in crypto back in sixth form as well. Okay, so we're about to get taken out at 794. And then I just cheated in my exams for IT and business. I basically found a PDF document with all of the answers for the coursework and everything, and I got 100% mark on the test, and they checked the cameras whilst I was doing the test, and they see me whipping out a whole document, which was quite funny, to be honest. And then I basically got kicked out of the sixth form, so that was jokes. And secondary school, I got into a huge fight where this was like in year 11. So for people from the US, this is like 15 years old. But someone basically on the, obviously I was riding a push bike, right? Because 15 years old, you have a license, and some kid threw Lucozade on the bike. So the next day we just wrapped him in school, and they thought that was enough to kick me out of the school. But yeah, I mean, no grades from school, and look where I'm at now. So I mean, school is just there's no point unless you want to please an employer. But if I was to employ someone, I don't really care about what they've done in university or anything. I care about what they know, who they are, and how they carry themselves. That's the main thing. You need real world experience, not grades from university like geography. You think I'm going to employ someone on a geography degree? But yeah, that's us taken out for a 43 handle gain on the day. Obviously after that minus 25 handle loss, we're sitting around break even on the day. Actually, for me anyway, just above break even. But that is us done for the day. And shortly I'm going to explain why we took this trade, and also we will do someone said break even king at it again. Of course, break even king always comes through. We will do a backtesting session shortly as well and explain why I actually took this trade.